Blessings, blessings, blessings. Blessings everybody out there in the universe. My name is Sean Myrie, and I'm your host of the Down to Earth podcast. Yup, new episode. Just smoking something. It's called No Phone. No Phone, yep. Just gonna tell you what the phone is nowadays, especially the cell phone, right? Everybody needs it. If you're outside, out on the road, going to work, doing all types of things, traveling, the phone comes in handy, right? And got something that's called a chip. You all got it in there, in the phone. It's a chip. This chip can be turned on and turned off, controlled by your provider. So when you lose that phone, you lose all communication to people in that system, right? You're limited to communication. So how do people know who you are, you may ask? It would be probably your employment, right? Your SIM card. Your SIM card is the only other way they could really trace you, because then it's linked to a bank account. And a bank account, right? You gotta have to have an address. So that's the old way, but it's mixed with the new way, right? So the new way, a lot of people, if you do work, if you are employed, most likely your contact won't be a home phone anymore. It will be a cell phone. How many people have home phones right now? Let me ask. Not much. Not much people have home phones, right? Some people maybe some older people. But those are the people that are less noticed. You still see them, but they're less noticeable because they're not on the internet as much, right? So this is what I'm saying. The microchip that you used to hear about, right, in movies, talking about the future, talking about New World Order, right? That they're gonna put the chip in your hand, or put it in your arm, or put it in your brain, or wherever. They don't need to do that because they know that is too graphic for the eye to see or even to know about this type of stuff. So what I'm saying, right, the chip is put out there to be attractive to you, right? AKA communication entertainment, right? So this phone, you'll use it when you're traveling to work, when you're going home, even at work. It's the new wave, it's the communication. So a phone, you want to know what a phone is? It's a tracing device. You can't do no criminal activity, right, and not be scared or be aware that you could be getting caught, because it's not your system. It's not your system at all. The phone, right? It won't leave you alone. Now, me myself, at one time, I never had a phone, really, like a cell phone. That's mobile. They call it mobile. You know what's mobile? The phone goes everywhere with you, right? Everywhere you go. So, especially some of these phone devices, they do have tracking. So if they could track, if you lose a phone, that means they could track you. You see? What I'm getting down to earth. It's like you can't really escape it. It's business. It's networking. Internet. You hear that? Networking, internet. Yeah, man, this is the Down to Earth podcast. Subscribe, people. Subscribe. We got many things coming up, and I'm talking right now about the phone. The phone, now they've been using it in court. The phone, even the authorities have power over that, to listen to everything that you say if they suspect you of anything. Right? The phone has locked up many people, right? Behind bars. So you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful what you say, right? Because nowadays censorship is so high, right? So high. If you speak your opinions and it's not popular, you will be a target. Look at, for example, Andrew Tate and his brother. Because he was basically an extremist influencer with unpopular opinions to some, he became a target. They both became a target. You see? Lock them up. And, they're trying to speak, but they want to just take away their freedom still. This is the system. So, the phone is the chip. What they've been talking about, like New World Order a long time ago. The phone is the chip. You best to believe that. Right? No ifs or buts about it. What do you want to call this episode? You could call it the phone, but you know what? I'm gonna have to call it the chip too. Phone chip. Because that is what people been talking about, like in another way. Going in the skin, going in your head or your body some way, right? They could trace you everywhere with the phone, and it's hard to leave it alone because you need it for communication, you need it to call your family, you need it if you're on the road and your car breaks down, you need it for emergencies. Especially right now, what's popularized is the cell phone. The cell phone, right? So, you know what? It's like the cell phone is a computer. It's a high-tech mobile computer that you could communicate with everybody as long as they're in that network. So, what happens if you don't have a phone? You become very interesting and mysterious, right? So, it's a difference when you're not on social media. You can see it now. It's very hard if you have a business not to be on social media, right? Very hard, but a lot of people, right? If you're a brand, influencer, musician, anything in media where you see with your eyes, you gotta be in the system. So unless you're gonna be off grid, so off grid, you're gonna have money too to survive, right? To buy all your survival things. It takes probably years to do that. You still gotta prep. You still gotta work in the system before you go off grid, unless you're doing something illegal, right? What's not in their system. It seems that's probably the only way, one of the only ways to bypass their system by being successful, doing illegal things, right? And most people who are successful doing illegal things, they're not on the internet. I'm not saying they're not on the internet, but there's a community that doesn't fuck with the internet, but they're doing illegal shit. And they've been doing it for years, right? So, how are they successful? You may ask. Not really. Not saying they might not use some of the system, but they're not known, right? And they're making money behind the scenes. They're using technology. They are using technology, but not the same way, right? I guess that's what you call hackers. So hackers, they know all about this. They know that you could be, that they're watching and they're tracing everybody who's doing anything suspicious. That's why there's these people called hackers, because they knew about the technology from the beginning, and they had to go behind the scenes to do what they're doing to make money. And they do whatever they want to do. That's why they're hackers. Hackers have been prosecuted, but hackers are not easy to get. Maybe now it's more, the technology is better, but they've been doing this for a long time now. It's the phone just blazing up something. Down to Earth podcast, the chip, that what they've been talking about in movies, Hollywood for so long. It's real. I said it years ago in one of my songs about the phone is the chip, the mark of the beast, right? Maybe it's now. Everything's for a reason. See? Bless up to everybody that supports the D2E, you know? We try to be good with the community and just give you education and entertainment, right? So you can't have one thing, you gotta have a balance. Give you some knowledge, some gems, and entertain you with music, right? It's D2E, live and direct. Subscribe to our YouTube channels. Follow us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts,